Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Clash of the Worlds. Before we begin the episode, I would like to ask you to please also go and check out my gaming review channel, Kanoa Reviews, where I do video reviews of both old and new games. You can find the link to the Kanoa Reviews channel in the description down below. If you like the content there, then please consider subscribing to the Kanoa Reviews channel, since it helps me out a lot. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the episode. After the disappointing display of the Hunter-Killer tanks against the two Orc Stompers at the airfield, many wanted to scrap the Terminator tank program. But a few scientists begged for another try. A few weeks back, a couple of WARHOUND Titans came under attack by Orcs and their Stompers, and only one of the Titans had managed to survive the confrontation. It was equipped with turbo lasers, and since it was now roaming around, it could be the perfect target for another HK tank assault. This time, they would send over 4 times the amount of tanks they used with the Orc Stomper clash. All that was at risk were the tanks themselves, no human lives. And because of that, the UNSC higher-ups greenlit this operation to show one final time if the HQ tanks could indeed meet their designated goal of standing up against these colossal beasts. Alright, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Clash of the Worlds. Today we are actually back with the Hunter-Killer tanks, this time 4 times as many as with the Orc Stompers, and all of this just to take out one single WARHOUND Titan. This is the one with turbo lasers, I believe. This is the one that actually survived the clash with the Orc Stompers back in the day. Originally there were 2. There's also one with heavy bolters. And what we are actually going to do is we're going to see if we can get behind it. Because that is the only weakness we can get out of it, is that it can mostly shoot just in front of it. And if we manage to reach around, we can keep on hitting it without it able to hit back. Ooh, but we gotta be careful. Oh, look at that. I think we took out its shield. That damage was actually done by a Hunter-Killer tank behind me. Now, of course, there are more WARHOUND Titans coming. Also some with the plasma. Oh, there another Hunter-Killer goes down. You can actually see we already took a lot of damage here. There we go, and now we're pretty much safe. Again, WARHOUND Titans are often backed up by support. If you look at this, you can also see why. It has no defense whatsoever. I was told that indeed, usually in battles, multiple WARHOUND Titans are being deployed. You could actually see that one of the heavy cannons ricocheted off the armor. But you can see indeed that its shield is gone completely, meaning we are doing damage to it. Oh, dude, look at that! It went down! Holy sweet Jesus! We actually took it down. You know what that means, though? That means we have to see if we can do this as well with the Orc Stompers, and maybe we just need like 20 Hunter-Killer tanks in order to actually get that done. It's a pretty insane amount of tanks you need to kill just one Titan type of unit. You know, what if there were 2, 3, or more WARHOUND Titans? But that shows also why against 2 Orc Stompers, 5 Hunter-Killer tanks was not enough. Let's actually put that theory to the test, shall we? A sheer unbelief swept through the UNSC forces that they had managed to finally bring down one of the WARHOUNDs that had haunted their planet for so long. No longer were they dependable on the weaponry of the Orcs to counter it. But this left also a lot of questions with the UNSC. Would this amount of HK tanks then also have killed the Stompers? How would they manage against multiple WARHOUND Titans or Stompers? and what would be the ideal terrain or circumstances to deploy the HK tanks against the Titans. The clones chimed in and said that they have very advanced training simulator rooms on board their ships to which they can upload data from previous battles to give answers to these questions. And so the UNSC were invited into their training centers, where the information on the Orc Stompas they faced in the battlefield was uploaded, as well as the HK tank data. This would hopefully create more insight on the capabilities of the Terminator tanks. Alright, here we are in the virtual reality training centers, now made possible with the help of the clones. With data that was retrieved from the last battle against the Orc Stompas, they were recreated, and the same goes for the Hunter Killer tanks. Their data was uploaded, and now we have put a lot more Hunter Killer tanks in than last time, so we are actually going to see if now they would be able to destroy at least one. If that is indeed the case, this will be a huge victory for the UNSC, or valuable data. However, let's say they do win, they do destroy it. That does mean that the amount of resources and effort that needs to be put into actually destroying these vehicles, of which the enemy has multiple ones, will be so incredibly time constraining and cost so much time, resources, money. Might not be the most efficient way to do this war. I think it might already be down. Look at that, it has actually his guns pointed to the ground. I think that's actually his the animation for it being destroyed. I'm gonna go a little closer. I don't want to be hit by my own teammates' fire. They did! Oh my god, look at that! Holy sweet Jesus. Look at that. They actually managed to destroy this. This actually gives us indeed valuable data on two parts. One, you do indeed need a lot of Hunter Killer tanks to destroy the WARHOUND Titans, the Stompas. However, it might indeed be overkill for this. So I think we have about between 20 and 25 Hunter Killer tanks here. You might need less. You can maybe do it with 10. However, what is also very important is the terrain and the environment. If you have a flat terrain, then you can send in the Hunter Killer tanks and they will do their job and hopefully take them out. Also, I do think you will need more Hunter Killer tanks for the WARHOUND Titans since they have the shield. However, in the last battle we did, of course, at the airfield, where the two Orc Stompas destroyed all of the Hunter Killer tanks, the terrain was very uneven, and so some were obscured by the hills, and often only... Oh my god. That Hunter Killer is looking too well. But basically, they were facing off against the Orc Stompas one or two at a time, since, you know, the terrain was so uneven, and then they will lose every time. So it's very important for the UNSC to either lure the Titan type units to open terrain, or try and find something else to take them out. But this will probably also be seen by the Imperium and the Orcs, and they will learn from this and probably not send these in open terrain too much, unless they are assured that they can win purely by numbers or pure brute strength. With it now being clear that this many HK tanks could kill a single Stompa or WARHOUND, it was time to put it to the test of facing against multiple Titans. They were uploaded together with the Stompa data to create an Imperium and Orc force against the HK tanks. Alright, so here we actually have another confrontation. This time, Orc Stompas accompanied with WARHOUND Titans. One of each type that is available in the mod. Again, because this is a virtual reality setup, we can actually team them up together, even though they are adversaries themselves as well, and see how that actually goes. I also have to say, I think I actually said that they come with heavy bolters, and it's of course mega bolters, so apologies for that. See a lot of fighting happening on our left flank. A lot of Hunter Killer tanks getting destroyed there. Ooh, god, there go the frames. There go the frames. That's what you get if you have that many units Oh my goodness. I actually added even more units to our hunter-killer tank ranks because, again, we're facing 6 units. See what we can do there. I actually also just realized that I don't have any other... Actually, I might actually have other drivable Warhound or... Oh, jeez. We're going to die. I need to disembark, but I'm not going to because then I might not be able to respawn and switch to another hunter-killer. Look at this, though. Look at the damage. Again, we can learn so much from this. Can I switch? I can. Driver. Where are we? Again, we can learn so much from these simulations. So, yes, so many hunter-killer tanks can destroy the Titan units. However, you can actually see 1 Warhound is actually destroyed. 2 are now destroyed. But the UNSC has to pick their battles with these types. Their chance of victory lies on all sorts of matters, not purely by brute strength. All that fire that's coming. The Orc Stompers are actually all still... No, 1 is down. You can see its guns pointing down. Another Warhound Titan is down. Now we're coming for the final Orc Stompers. Look at that. What a stark difference with the last video, isn't it? Actually, this one has its gun down, but it's still operational. It's still moving. I guess it's just the animation that they have. Oh, there, that one is down. Very, very interesting. Even the Orc Stompers don't really have protection from the back. But look at how... I mean, the Hunter-Killers are kinda winning this. But look how much damage they did to us. All that smoke. And I say we won, but many of the Orc Stompers are still standing. We might not have enough firepower now to actually destroy them. But they cannot really damage us to the point where we will lose many more units. Our own friendly fire in that case is more dangerous. Yeah, see, now I actually got hit by friendly fire there. My gun's down. What an interesting set of developments, people. Really, really cool. And I really love that we can now do this thanks to the clones. We will definitely do more of this, but don't worry, not constantly, to keep also the battle, of course, on the actual front. But we can definitely do some training scenarios, some simulations to see what would work, which is very, very cool. The simulated victories were also great news for the UNSC, though terrain would hardly be this ideal most of the time. There would be many factors working against them. Nevertheless, the UNSC did greenlight the continuation of the production of the Terminators and their tanks. But they felt that they would need such a large production that it would be too consuming for all its human resources. Therefore, the scientists were ordered to create a vast AI network to control the production, but also deployment strategy of the Terminators and its armor. The AI would be labeled Skynet.